Overnight, a key figure in the January 6th investigation responding to pressure from the committee after that bombshell hearing this week. The committee slapping former Trump White House counsel Pat Cipollone with a subpoena late Wednesday, with a specific interest in evidence that Mr. Cipollone repeatedly raised legal and other concerns about Mr. Trump's activities leading up to and on January 6th. After former Trump White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson testified about Cipollone's effort to stop the former president's original plan to join his supporters as they advanced on the Capitol.
Mr. Cipollone said something to the effect of, please make sure we don't go up to the Capitol. We're going to get charged with every crime imaginable if we make that movement happen.
Overnight, a lawyer familiar with Cipollone's deliberations telling NBC News that Cipollone needed that subpoena before considering transcribed, not public testimony. Now they say Cipollone's evaluating what he might tell the committee based on executive privilege. In her first public comment since Hutchinson's testimony, the committee's top Republican Liz Cheney praised the 25-year-old's courage, as other Trump allies have refused to testify.
Her superiors, men many years older, a number of them are hiding behind executive privilege, anonymity, and intimidation. These days, for the most part, men are running the world, and it is really not going that well.
Others are disputing portions of Hutchinson's sworn testimony. A spokesman for her former boss, Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, says Meadows never sought a presidential pardon, but Meadows has not testified under oath, declining to cooperate with the committee, citing executive privilege. Others pushing back against her testimony that Mr. Trump got physical with his lead Secret Service agent inside the presidential SUV, and the Secret Service now saying its agents are available to testify under oath. Hutchinson's lawyers say she stands by all of the testimony she provided under oath. Cheney warning Republicans cannot be loyal to both Donald Trump and the Constitution.
We are confronting a domestic threat that we have never faced before. And that is a former president who is attempting to unravel the foundations of our constitutional republic.
As for Pat Cipollone, he's been in discussions with the January 6th committee. He met for an informal interview with them back in April. If Cipollone agrees to cooperate, there are many things that legal experts say he can speak about that are not privileged. And as for the former president, he remains the most powerful person in his party. But as testimony piles up, there are new questions this morning about whether these hearings will have an effect on his grip on the GOP. Craig?
All right. Our Chief White House correspondent Peter Alexander for us. Peter, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.